Hey, welcome to the Molay Show. Pardon me, the Molay Story. Molay is an Atlantic City legend, a forefather of the culture. He had a phenomenal hip hop career, and he took it from there, from being a soloist to a group to founding his own DVD series titled Hot 16s, where he gave the youth of South Jersey an opportunity to be seen by an audience, and it was at a time where it was pretty much unheard of. He was innovative, and he allowed others to participate, whereas though the market was dominated specifically by Atlantic City, but he was the first to open up doors to showcase other talents throughout Atlantic County and South Jersey region. Some of these artists we previously heard of, but Molay gave us the opportunity to be able to visualize these artists. So now we didn't just go by how they sound, we knew how they looked. So we were able to connect with them on a deeper level when we saw them. And that was great for the artists, as well as the DVD series itself. And of course, I was on an episode or two, you know what I mean? And it was a great thing. Molay has always been a humble brother, and after he decided that he didn't care to rap like that no more, he passed the baton to his son, Molay Jr., and they created an impact on Atlantic City that's still felt to this day. They go by the name of Blok. Rest in peace to K Miz. Big shout out to Lil Molay, Dula, Smoke Light, and all the brothers. They created a phenomenon with series of mixtapes and all types of stuff, music videos, appearances. They showcase their talent in different states. They made Atlantic City look real good and inspired the generation afterwards. So with that being said, I bring forth to you guys the Atlantic City legend himself, Big Molay.
I appreciate that, Zach. Appreciate that. You too, Don. I appreciate you coming through. It's definitely good hearing from you. It's been a while, and you was one of the older heads that I looked up to, as far as like getting money and just being a good dude. Cause you and P Rag, man, y'all had AC on lock. And I learned a lot from that. Because y'all used to get a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Those was the good days in Atlantic City, man. And I'm glad we got this platform right here, man, to be able to have these kind of conversations, man. You know what I mean? Because they need to know where they come from in order to know where they're going,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Molay, what initially inspired you to become a hip hop artist?
Back in the day when we was coming up, this is before rap. We used to sing stylistics, Temprees. We used to Temptations. We used to sing on the corners, doing all that harmonizing and stuff. And then when rap came easy to me as far as rhyming and stuff like that. And so we would all get together, do our own thing, do our things, and then people went into groups and stuff like that. Chancey Chance, Lord Nubian, they was pioneers. Chance, he's not lying when he tell you he used to have that joint rocking. He was the first one I seen in the it was in the Elks. He's the first one I seen with two girls. He was sitting in the chair and his arms was around two girls. I'm like, oh, you can do that? I didn't even know. So yeah, Chance was that dude. And not only with rap, but as far as getting money too. Chance was top tier.
Yeah.
So with all that, with them coming on, a couple other people coming on, DBL, it was definitely something that I took hold of as far as hip hop. And then if you could rhyme a little bit, the girls liked you. You know what I mean? So that played the part too.
Yeah. The hustle was on though, man. See, we was real hustlers. So we dressed every day and, you know,
Absolutely.
tell them about some of them fashions, man, because, you know, you and Samad used to put it on, boy.
Yeah. What was those? The Wallabies,
Yeah.
the Yves Saint Laurent joints, the Pierre Cardins, all that British Walkers.
Absolutely.
And the thing about us when we was coming up, we didn't want what everybody else had. If you had on blue sneakers, man, we was gonna find some fly ass gray sneakers that nobody never seen. And that went with the glasses, that went with the clothes, that went with the style, that went with everything. So we ain't want to be like one another. So if you had something that nobody had, you was shining.
Absolutely, man. From head to toe, too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
City was known to be fly.
Yeah, we had some fly dudes, Mike Ragg, Jeffrey Moore. It's a couple more I can't say offhand, but we had some fly dresses. What's the barbershops dude? Sonny Lee, his son?
Oh, Terry Lee.
Yeah, Terry Lee. Threw it on.
Yeah.
So we was always into fashion because we grew up poor. Some of us had to wear the same clothes a lot. So once we got our hands on some money, we really turned it on.
Yeah. We all came from that same space.
Yeah, because I remember. What were you saying?
No, I said that's what made us so great hustlers, man, because we came off the porch early.
Yeah, I'll tell you, sixth grade, I had 2 pair of pants and 2 shirts, right, for the whole year. So, of course, you know, they gonna tease you, everybody gonna tease you and stuff. So the girls just say, what you gonna wear tomorrow? You know, they be cracking up and stuff like that. But what it was this is something my mom did, and I hated her for it when I was young. As I got older, I understood how important it was. I understood the depth of what she did for me. So what would happen in the 6th grade is back in the day, the teachers used to read out your test scores in front of the class. So they would say, this girl or that guy, or this girl, 40, 69, 85. But when they said my name, it was always 100. Maybe a 99 every now and then, but it was always 100. So what that taught me was that even though I was poor and they would, you know, call me names and stuff, I could call them dumb. You know what I mean? Because it was words, man. Like they'll take a word like that and put a C in it. And then I would tease them about, they'd be like, yeah, but you dirty, you know what I mean? But I was so grateful for my mom that she used to teach me those things and make sure I was good. So here's what she used to do. Back in the day, outside was everything. Ain't nobody want to stay in the house. You would take a beating and go back outside as opposed to staying in the house. So what my mom would do, she would wait until everybody's outside playing, we having a ball. She would call me in the house and say, yo, I need you to read me a chapter out this book. And I used to be pissed, calling the names under my breath and everything. But back then, them mothers, you ain't play with them mothers. And she's telling me to read, you know what I mean? She said, as soon as you finish, you could go back outside. So she would do that. She would make me watch films, you know, half-hour films and stuff. And I'd be mad. And she would take a word like interesting and say, I need 20 words out of this, and then you could go back outside. So the brilliant thing about that was we was poor. I was poor, but I was smart. And that saved me. That saved me from the embarrassment of being poor and having to wear the same clothes. And that was I was super intelligent as far as the book work and stuff like that, because my mom, she pressed me. She didn't wait for the schools to teach me. She taught me, you know what I mean? So shout out to moms, love you, miss you.
Yeah. We remember we from the same. We lived on the same block, man, by Indiana Avenue School.
Right.
Next to Linda's room. You know what I mean? So
exactly. They had a little alley that was right by Linda's room. And I used to see so much stuff out there. You know, the guns, the guys with knives, the girls, the pimps, and all that. And back in the day, all that stuff was owned by black people.
absolutely.
Like there was remember the laundromat across the street?
Yep.
That
Gene
was a
Dawn.
black person.
Yeah, that was Gene Dawn.
Yeah, and he had the store.
He had the store, he had
Yeah,
the laundromat and the dry cleaners.
Yeah, we had
that whole little strip mall was his.
Yeah, Kentucky Ave, all that. It had to be about 400 bars in Atlantic City back then.
Yeah, and on the and this is we talking about the north side all the way from the bus stop all the way to the inlet and then all the way down to Captain Stone's.
Right. All that was popping. So from that, so I'll give you a little scenario. What made me be able to do the Hot 16s and go through every hood was that back in the day on Baltic Avenue, I was like 3-4 doors away from Indiana Avenue. So we always went to Indiana school. So in 4th grade, she moved to Vermont Avenue. So Vermont, I'm thinking I'm gonna go to Madison Avenue School. It's Uptown Complex now, which is about 6 blocks away. But every day she made me and my sister go to Indiana. We walked from Vermont Avenue to Indiana and back home every day. So what it did was I knew people from downtown that was my friends, and I had people that was from uptown when I go home that was my friends. So what that did was that allowed me later on in life to just be able to go through any hood and anything because I already knew a lot of people, and I was always a cool, humble, guy. Never I never was a grimy dude.
That's true. Absolutely. We hustle for ours, so we ain't have to be grimy. We figured out how to get it from the tourists.
And because before the drug game for us, it was the pickpocket era. Man, we used to go up there on the boards picking. Like me, I'm up there almost every day.
Absolutely.
Trying to get I would go to school. I'll tell you a story. So my mom passed away when I was 16. And I ain't really we was messed up for a minute or whatever. So this is another thing that kept me out from the gangs. So I'm 16. So in high school, I was around, I hung around some guys and stuff, and they was into beefing with other people in the city and stuff like that. So they would say to me, yo, after school, we gonna go fight these dudes. We gonna go meet them. Man, I'm not going to go fight nobody, meet them. I'm going on the boardwalk. I gotta feed my little sister and my little brother. I had a little sister, little brother. I had some older brothers, but they ain't really look out. And so it was different for me. I couldn't just go, fight. I really had to feed my little brother and my little sister. So that made me understand that you really can't take things for granted, and you have to be on your game.
Absolutely. I think a lot of us was like that because our mothers was all similar. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I remember pickpocket. I remember dice, man. We all was on dice. And then I remember seeing y'all doing this 3-card Molly thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you how that came about with me and Samad. May he rest in peace. So I knew Samad from the streets, and I knew him from school. This is when 7th and 8th grade was separate from elementary. And so one day, now I'm homeless at this time. My brother, he had got us, he wasn't paying the rent. So I'm homeless at this point. It was about the 3rd day I was homeless. So I go around Mo's, and Samad is doing 3-card money. Now I ain't never seen 3 Card Money before, but I knew Samad, and I fell right in, just being from the streets and learning and stuff like that. I fell right in. And we wound up like getting people. I think we made enough where I could get a room. It was like 1,200, 1,500. We broke that down. So he was like, where you gonna go? He said, what you gonna do? I said, yo, I'm gonna get a hotel. I got nowhere to stay. He's like, nah, save your money, come back to my crib. So he took me back to his crib, 806C Maryland Avenue. So I'm sleeping in there. He's sneaking me in, sleeping in there. But while I'm there, I'm buying my own eggs. I'm buying my own milk. I'm buying my own food. I ain't messing with their food. So one day his mom, Nana Gertie, I love you. Love you. She came up there and caught me sleeping in the bed. She said, young man, I don't know who you are, but you get dressed, come downstairs. I went downstairs nervous and stuff, thinking she gonna kick me out. She asked me who I was. I told her I'm Molay or whatever, my situation. My mom passed away. I had nowhere to go. She was like, well, here, I'm gonna give you a key so you can stop going to you can stop sneaking in my house. Do you know how much relief that came off of me, the burden I had to find somewhere to stay all the time? So she opened up that door for me, and I'm forever, ever grateful. I actually had 2 moms in life. You know, my original mom, Dorothy Brown, and Gertrude Wright. And Gertrude Wright, man, she passed away, may her soul rest in peace. But ever since then, I lived with Samad. That was my family. And to this day, you can't tell them I ain't their family. If I say that to one of their sisters, we not friends, they get offended. You know what I mean? Their whole family embraced me. So shout out to the Wright, shout out to Samad Ali, man. And shout out to Nana Gertie and my mom. So Samad lost his money doing CETA. Remember the CETA programs where you could work in the summertime as a youngin'?
I don't think Zach remember, but I remember.
Yeah.
On the truck, man. We had to get our work.
Right. The truck. So Samad went up Philly and lost all his money. Doing 3 Card Money, they got him for his money. So he came back and he learned how to do it. He mastered that shit. And then he taught me. Man, we was on there every day, all day. When I tell you, we would get money. Back in the day, they had the boom boxes. We'd get their boom box. We'd get all their jewelry. They had the Max Julian fur coats and shit, the leather bombers, all that. Man, me and Samad, off of 3 Card Money, paid rent for a crib for like 2 years.
Yeah, y'all was known for that. See, I was a drug dealer. But y'all y'all had that. But I respected y'all hustle, because everywhere I was, I seen y'all, and y'all was always like y'all was inseparable though. Y'all too.
Yeah, that was my brother.
I know, man. I know. Yep.
Yeah, Samad.
See him.
Yeah, Samad is good people.
I came up with his cousins, Darwin, and damn, what's the other one name?
Alizine.
Yeah. Alizine was the youngest one, the young one, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those days, though, bro.
Yeah. So me and Samad did that for a while. He wound up getting locked up. 3 Card Money, that's a robbery charge.
I never knew that.
He went on the boardwalk with Hubba Bub, Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
And they got this white guy for a couple hundred, and the guy wanted his money back, and Kareem wound up shooting him in the leg. So they had a robbery charge, all that. So he got locked up and stuff. So
go ahead.
So, just real quick. So back in the day, if your man got locked up, you made sure you put something on his books.
Absolutely.
You made sure you sent him some money and made sure he was good. And when he got home, you had something waiting for him. You had a couple thousand waiting for him to get back on his feet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was protocol.
Tight. Well, we was neatly tight like that, though. You know what I'm saying? This is why when everybody started embracing Islam and all that, we never called ourselves gangs. We all called ourselves family.
Right.
know?
Right.
But what I was gonna ask you is, do you remember? Because I remember y'all used to have that pickpocket thing going on too. So I used to take Kimi, Aki, and little Tron, Slim, all the little Fresh City Kid dancers, and I used to bring them up on the boardwalk and put the linoleum out there in front of Boardwalk Hall.
Right.
We used to gather so many people there that all the hustlers like y'all used to come up there, man, and eat from the club.
Yeah.
And then they made me stop doing that shit. I wound up on the news and everything. They said that I was running this thing, man, and like that I was a part of what the pickpockets was doing.
Word. They put you in there?
Yeah, man, they made me stop doing the breakdancing on the boardwalk and all that. Because, man, we used to get a lot of bread doing that, man. I had like 4 people collecting money in the head.
Yeah, it was a big thing. It was a real big thing back in the day, especially on the boardwalk. You can make a couple dollars. And the tours, it was a lot of tours, way more now.
But that's what I tell people all the time, that our hustle was the tourists.
Yes.
Everything, man. We wouldn't hustle our own people at home.
Right.
We was all stand-up dudes, man, because we all knew each other, but we all recognized each other as hustlers in different ways, and we knew where we was getting that bread from.
We wasn't pickpocketing no black people. We wasn't pickpocketing no black people. Some people was. I wasn't. I wasn't pickpocketing no black people.
Right. Yeah. So that's where that thing tied in, man. From there, you know what I mean? Like, I started doing that right as a part of the whole Casino City Gym thing, man. You know what I mean? Like, once I bit that microphone, man, I'm gonna say bit the microphone as far as getting involved with the business, because I didn't really start rapping and none of that until I went to North.
Right.
You know me, man. I was always about flipping the bread, so having the club, and then I had that Casino City Gym, and I had that the juice bar.
Right.
Boardwalk. And
you was definitely getting it.
Yeah, we all was in our own way.
Yeah, so with all that, there were 2 people who I admired and who I looked out: Samad Ali and Sean Muhammad, Weenie Bear.
Oh, Weenie Bear, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out to his son, Sean. Yeah, Sean Ali and his daughter Zaza. Sean, he put me under his wing. He probably a year older than me, but you know, he was the Duke of the school back in the day. Ain't nobody mess with Sean.
No, absolutely not. Me and him the same age.
Yeah. So Sean, all right, so I'll give you a quick story about Sean. Sean, how we got tight. Sean, he always looked out for me. So one day I'm fucked up. This is when my mom had already passed. I'm in VAC. So Sean knocks on the door. It was raining. And what Sean used to do is when it was raining, when this is when people first started coming in to Atlantic City, the tourists and everything, as far as the cars and the casinos and stuff. And they used to come down either South Carolina, North Carolina Avenue. And what he would do is when they stopped at that light, he would open up their car door, take the pocketbooks and stuff and run with it, right?
Absolutely.
Run right to the courts. So one day I'm fucked up and he knocks on the door and say, come on, we're going to go, you know what I mean? I got you. We're going to go get a whatchamacallit. So we wound up going in there and we got somebody. And we got about, it was about 6,000, maybe 6,700, something like that. So we break it down. So they run to my crib because we run to my house because, you know, I don't have no parents there or anything. So we go downstairs in my room and stuff. We break down and stuff. We see it. So he leave a pocketbook with me and he go home. I'm good with 3,000. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready to throw the pocketbook away, but something just tell me to look. I looked, I found $3,000 more. I ain't have to tell Sean. I went right, knocked on his door, gave him his 1,500.
Absolutely.
And that's how me and Sean were as far as brothers. Love him to death.
Yeah, we all did. Yup, and he was a hell of a football player, boy, right?
Yeah, man.
With that shit.
The fucked up shit was the coach. He got letters to play. The coach didn't like him. The white coach didn't like him, so he never showed Sean the letters.
Oh wow, that's what happened.
Sean could have went to college, all that free.
Yeah. And his brother Gary used to play basketball. I remember his brother.
Yeah, Gary. Yup, I remember Gary. Yup.
We used to all ride. Remember we riding those motorcycles and mini bikes was a big thing in Atlantic City back then.
Right. The first person I saw with the mini bikes and stuff was Denny Atkins.
Oh yeah, from uptown. Yeah. Him and Dougie. Yeah,
him and Dougie. Yeah,
those was my boys too, man. Yeah. And Denny, his partner was Anthony Badette. I don't know if you remember Badette.
And that's what I was gonna say. Anthony Badette, he was the first one I seen on a moped.
Okay. Them man, they inspired me because they was like little niggas with $100 bills in school.
Yeah. Anthony Badette, he had all the girls and all the money and all the coat.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a good dude, man. He was a real good dude. There was a lot of dudes jealous of him.
Yeah, he died too young.
Yeah, may he rest in peace, man. May he rest in peace.
Died too young.
That was sad.
Yeah. But yeah, they had Bungalow on Smash. Now I came up with them. With that, we all used to live in Carver Hall. And he's the first one I seen with a mini bike.
But that,
yeah, his father bought him with that little purple chopper mini bike from Pep Boys on Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah, Pep Boys was a shit. Yeah. Those are some good times, man.
Yeah.
I'm 63 years old. I'm glad I lived the times that I did. I'm glad I grew up in that era.
I am too.
It gave us so much. It gave us so much.
And what we learned in Atlantic City and how we hustled from such a young age out of necessity. You know what I mean? Because shit, my family was pretty much the same. I remember I would get one pair of sneakers and one pair of shoes, and I wouldn't get another one until after Christmas sometime.
Yeah, after like that story I told you, after the 6th grade, I got me a weed package.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna tell you how it came about. Pedo Crumble.
Oh, I remember Pedo. Yeah.
He was a hustling motherfucker back then, boy. Pedo used to hustle, and one day he bought me and Dave Calloway brought us into the room, and he opened up his drawer. It was filled with weed. Then he opened up his other drawer, and it was all his money, and it was something I ain't never seen before. And since then, I started selling weed and shit.
Yeah.
Those were classic. Those were classic times.
Absolutely. But between so when once you and Samad and y'all started getting into the rapping and everything, right? And all of those other groups was out. Where did y'all go with the rap? Cause did y'all ever make a record, or did y'all make tapes? Y'all made tapes. What did y'all do?
Yeah, well, me and my cousin Vinny from Harlem, we made a record. Me and Samad never made one, but back in the days, you go in the bars, you know what I mean? If somebody throwing a party, you get on the mic. Yeah. A lot of the old heads wasn't accepting hip hop, so a lot of them didn't want to hear that shit.
Right.
You know, but we would do that. Sometimes the guys would have it outside. They'd put up a mic. You know what I mean? You go over there, do your thing. And shout out to Jazzy B from Venice Park. He was one of the only ones that had 2 turntables. And we used to go over his house, bug the shit out of him. we used to go over there a lot. And Jazzy B was nice on the mic too.
Yeah, I remember Jazzy.
Yeah. Oh, Kid Clutch.
Kid,
That kid, Muhammad.
Lil Keefy. Right.
Chiefy,
No,
man.
his name wasn't Keefy. His name was Chiefy.
Chiefy, yeah, Chiefy.
Yeah.
Mujid was the first person I seen wear leather sneakers.
Yeah, he had some
He was always ahead of his time.
He had cousins in New York. I remember he went to New York. He went to New York for the summer, and when he came back, he was cutting and scratching.
Yeah. Me and his cousin that was in New York, Ralph. We used to call him Munch. Me and him got real tight.
Okay.
Me and him got real tight. I remember he taking me up to River Park Towers where he lived.
Mm-hmm.
We went up there for a couple days. He made sure I was good. We had a lot of fun though. Ralph was a cool dude. May he rest in peace.
Absolutely. So yeah, man. So things came to us easy, man, because we were so hungry, man, that once we got involved with something, man, we took it to the limit. I know as a kid, man, I felt like I was living like a grown man, man, because I had to.
Yeah. Yeah, and in a sense, like with me taking care of my sister, my little sister, my little brother, it made me feel that way too. I wanted to go hang out and do like the other kids was doing, but I really had to make sure that they was good.
Right.
You know, I was able to send my sister to college for her first year. You know what I mean?
Real shit.
Yeah, I was able to send her to college and stuff. So it's been a long journey, man, but I've had such a great life.
Yeah. So
it was pain, but it was a lot of fun too.
People would tell me later on though, right? They said, and I got this from a lot of Jewish people, man, later on when I started being on radio stations and stuff like that. And they say that Atlantic City is the peninsula of Absecon Island. So you know, this whole thing is an island, is not really a city, and that if you look at other islands and stuff like that, just for instance, like a Gilligan's Island on TV, you would see that all the tourists and everything always hang close to the beach and all that. So that would be like the boardwalk and Pacific Avenue, and then
right
across Atlantic Avenue. Well, no, I would say when you get across Arctic Avenue and Baltic Avenue, that was considered the jungle.
Right.
Because before they was building shit up, I remember going out to the city dump over there where all the casinos is over there by Back Merlin. When everybody moved to Back Merlin, we used to hang out in the city dump, and it used to look just like a jungle. You remember that?
Right. I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. The thing about it was that it was so much fun when blacks owned everything here on that part of town.
Everything.
It was nice.
Everything.
Yeah.
Now for the youth, that because I was talking about that earlier with some people, and I was explaining to them that a lot of us, we grew up where that was our reality, where we got to see a lot of blacks. I call them Moors, but we seen a lot of them own things, and it helped build up our morale. Can you share a little bit more in depth on how that impacted you, like far as motivating you or helping you feel like you could possibly be something? Like, how did that impact you?
Yeah, as far as being something, it didn't come to me like that. It was more just learning and understanding that even though the world be kicking you in the ass when you go outside, at home you're a king. You know what I mean? My mom looked at me like I'm a king. Right, you get what I'm saying? Yes. Always teaching me. And I would be mad because nobody else's mom would die. I ain't know nobody else's mom doing that. Right. But like I say, I was immature. I was young. Once I got older and understood what she did for me, oh man, words can't describe that. You know what I mean? Because
how did it feel to you to see all those black-owned businesses?
Well, it really wasn't. I really wasn't astonished by it until later on when we didn't have it no more.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That was just normal.
Right,
yeah, it was normal. We had black doctors, you know, black people on the stores and everything. Taxi cab drivers, blacks on that. You know, what's that? Club Harlem, blacks on that. My 6th grade teacher owned that. You know, so
it was Mr. Randall, right?
Yeah, Mr. Randall, y'all. So it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of bars, like back in the day, we used to make our own shoe shine box, because back in the day, everybody wore gaiters or lizards. You know what I mean? So you go into the bar, shine some shoes, come out with $60, $70. That was a lot of money for 11-year-old.
Yeah, you know, and plus you be getting game from the gangsters, man, while you doing that shit. I used to love
just
that.
Listening.
I used to be in Bruce's pool room just racking balls, right? And I always was like, yo, man, I looked up to Bruce. And when he died, his mother actually recruited me, man.
Word.
Yeah, and this where Throwdown and them came, because I was already running the pool room with Miss Jean, and we had an elaborate cannabis business going on.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. You and Pete Rag?
No, me and Cypher Dean.
Oh, I ain't
was with
Cypher, may rest in peace, man.
Yeah, yep.
Cypher's like that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So when my dream came true, because Miss Jean picked me to run the pool room for her while she ran the dress shop, and that's when I realized that all of that the whole back wall behind in his office, all that was secret compartments and everything for the whole numbers operation.
Right.
And she was like the brains behind that. So the money would come in and then go behind that wall and boom, 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 and then she take it over into the dress shop. That's why the pool room never got busted or lost no money.
We don't want to give up too much of the D-Don story in this. we got to hold on to some of that.
Hold up, man. No, I just need to tell them about this. No, this is we talking about young hustlers now, right here. So I ain't gonna go that far, man. But yeah, I can go there. I can talk about that, because that's not the Molay show, right?
No, I understand. That's not he's part of my story. He's part of my story. He's somebody who I looked up to.
Yeah, listen, that's not D-Don we talking about, though, Zach.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't even in the rap music yet, man. That's when Throwdown came to get me, but we was all young hustlers. You gotta understand, hip hop was just something else that we did.
Yeah, and that's how Chance was. He's the epitome of that.
Exactly.
He rap all night, but he going on that boardwalk. He gonna come home with some money.
Absolutely.
Chance was like that. Chance was a cool dude. Shout out to him and Lord Nubian.
Absolutely, 100%.
And just so y'all know, I'm just speaking from the perspective of a journalist, not Zach. So I'm just, I know people gonna say, "Why you ain't say that?" Well, I did say it, but then you heard why it didn't stick.
All right, King. We know, King.
What you got for me, Doc? What you got for me?
I want to know. Cause like from everything y'all saying, right? Y'all talking about a whole nother time in Lang City. And I love that, because the youth of today that's learning from all of this, they haven't seen that Atlantic City. And it's good to know that. So for like the aspiring artists and stuff like that, I just wanted to touch on certain things that that they can possibly relate to, and knowing like what led to your journey into hip hop. And what did it actually mean to you? You know what I mean? To do the things that you did in hip hop.
Well, when hip hop came, once the girls liked it, I started rapping. Once I found out that the girls like that, and I started rapping. And it was a new fad. It was a new fad that came out, so we didn't know it was gonna stick around this long.
Right.
We just knew that our demographics, our generation, loved hip hop. You know what I mean? And rhyming, it came easy for some it didn't. But you know, we rhymed. You know, we formed groups and stuff like that, and competed against each other.
Right.
And then the next day we might be on the boardwalk pickpocketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hip hop was I love hip hop. I love hip hop. But I also, you know, go back to the Temprees, the Stylistics, the Blue Magic, all that. I grew up on that too. So
that's where you got your rhythm from?
We swore we could sing. But I tell you somebody who could sing, Willie Harmon, Ozzy.
Oh yeah,
every song. Yeah. He's a thorough dude, man.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. We grew up, Ozzy. But then once he got involved with Islam and gangsterism, he ain't sing shit.
Yeah, one of the most humble brothers you can meet.
Yeah, real good dude, man.
Humble gangster.
Yeah, that was my brother.
Let me ask a question that can go to both of y'all. How important was it to have your own style and your own flow?
Man, nowadays a lot of people wear the same things and stuff like that. Like now, all right, back in the day, let's take Crocs for instance. If you wore Crocs, first of all, you'd have got laughed off the block, them ugly ass things.
Right.
But let's say everybody wore Crocs, right?
Right.
We're gonna find somewhere, I don't care where we're gonna find it, we're gonna find something that's flyer than that.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It was always you come out with something that nobody don't have. It was never everybody wearing the same thing, things like that. Of course, there was a lot of people doing it, but in my circle, it was, they wearing blue. Yeah, we're gonna go get some gray shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I always love the quarter length joints, huh?
Yeah. And to answer your question about styles, no, you would never catch a nigga biting or nothing, man, because we be chewing his head off, man. This nigga, this nigga bite. You couldn't bite in Atlantic City. You couldn't take nobody's style, because if somebody heard you say a line that they heard somebody else say, they'll check you on the spot. You couldn't do that.
Yeah. Very, very, very competitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what made me do the Hot 16s was at that time I had got out the drug game and stuff. I was done with all that. And I was just really kind of bored. So one day I'm in the lighthouse and my son is there, my nephew Smoke.
Oh, before we jump too far, so during the times where you was getting that money out there, what was you driving?
Everybody know I came through with the pea green Benz.
Absolutely.
Yo, my first car was a Benz, right? So I get the car, paid cash for it, right? I get the car and shit. Guess where I go, Don?
Where?
I go straight to the Bull Shippers.
Yeah.
On Pacific and Virginia.
Hold up, black owned, by the way. That was the black. That was a black owned motel on Pacific Avenue.
Absolutely. I go there. I park my Benz, and I just smoke weed all night, looking at the snow hit it.
Yeah.
I said, yo, I'm gonna kill Atlantic City tomorrow when I ride down the strip. Those are some good times, man. Those are some good times.
Yeah. No, my first car was a Lincoln, man, because everybody was big on Lincolns around that time, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then after that, I remember I had bought an MGB limited edition sports car. And like you said, we had cash.
Yeah.
So I went to go buy the car. And the dude said how much it cost, and I was like, all right, bet. And I went to take the money out. He was like, nah, do it like that. Tell you what, yeah, I'm gonna give you a receipt for this. Give me all the money, but I'm gonna give you a receipt for this amount, and I'm gonna break up the payments, man, so the IRS don't get on your ass. Man, city niggas is known for riding around with cash money.
Yeah.
Just like the niggas in New York.
Yeah, those are some good times, man. Real good times as far as the city was chewing. You know, everybody, you know, you seen Benzes, Jaguars, whatever you wanted to see ride down Adriatic Avenue back then.
Absolutely.
And you know, Midget was out. I remember I'm over Lenny Ross' house. Lenny Ross, may you rest in peace, my brother.
God bless
I'm
you.
over Lenny Ross' house one day, and I run into Midget Molay. And he was trying to get me to get down with his crew. But you know, he said he had them for 1,200 or whatever, and I was already getting fish scale for 1,000 in New York. So, and then I ain't never liked the gang cultures, you know, like
right.
Too many people,
right?
And I don't like that. I ain't like that. Too many. It's too many people who could tell on you. It's people who may be jealous of you because they can't really hustle like you do. So I ain't really cared for all that gang stuff or whatever. So, you know, I told him, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? But he did have some good, Yola. But I just was never with the gang thing. I never played the gang thing. It was always me and a couple dudes or me by myself.
Yep. That's how we was raised, though.
Yeah, those are some fun times, man. And they used to call me Paranoid Pete, right? Because I was always like, yo, y'all getting in the car, yo, who got what? So, you know what I mean? If we get stopped, you take your charge or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I never kept my money with my drugs. I always kept it separate, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Why? The reason why I'm asking why, I know why. But the reason why is just so that the youngins that's watching this can learn some lessons, because they got it all wrong. So I'm trying to hopefully they hope that they can learn something from this.
Yeah, I never wanted to get caught with the money and the drugs at the same time. So I always kept it separated. Because back in the day, the first thing you do when you get up back then, and Donna tell you go get the newspaper to see who got raided.
Yeah,
absolutely. You would throw the whole paper away, but look at the regions.
I remember that. Oh, the region.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the reason to tell you who got caught, what they got caught with, the whole nine. So me, I never wanted to keep my money and the drugs together. And you know, I had a good run. Only did 5 days out of all that time. Only did 5 days. And it was amazing to me because people would get out of jail and I would see them for the first time in a long time. They'd dap me up. Yo, what's up, Molay? Like, yo, you never been to jail, have you? And I'd be like, yo, why you asking me that? Like, why is that? Yeah, why you asking me that? I'll be like, yeah. They be like, nah, man, I don't remember you being locked up. And I was like, nah, I was locked up before. But it was just one of those things. I was fortunate enough to move through the grooves of the hood and not have to, you know what I mean, and not get locked up and shit. So, you know, I did get locked up later on. As I got older, I got locked up first time. So
that's good money. Because a lot of them now, they think that you got to get locked up. Like they almost think that that's protocol. Like there's a lot of people that never go to jail because they study the game so much in situation awareness. Whereas though, you know, and you know, I mean, they know they're not bigger than the program.
Right.
You know, so
I agree.
That's another thing that they get to learn from with all of this. That's a very important thing because not many can say that. Like a lot of stories get told, everybody did 100 years. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's why I never really played with guns.
Right.
Because I knew the time that came with guns.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that you could make an easy mistake and regret it for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we seen a lot of that though.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? If my mom caught me with a water gun, a cap gun, she'd whoop my ass. She ain't never want me to shoot another black man. She used to always say that.
Wow.
She never would catch. Of course, I'm a sneak around and play with them, but you couldn't play with it in her house.
She ain't want you to get used to.
Yeah, she ain't play that
with
shit.
anything.
Like I said, I had
Dope.
a great mother.
Yes.
You know, I wish, as she passed, I wish, I wish she didn't, so that I would be able to ask her questions. You know what I mean? Be able to take care of her and stuff like that. Things that I wanted to know, and you know, she was a great woman. Great woman.
I tell you this right here, though, King, for real. Back then, hustlers was getting rich. That's how much money we had in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These little niggas running around now, man, they hustling for sneakers and just to have pocket change. Nah, man. It was a lot of rich niggas and a lot of little young rich niggas too.
Yeah. It was a lot. It's funny. Some people born to play basketball. Some people born to sell drugs.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm one of them.
I'm gonna have to vouch for that. some of them got some bread, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
the thing about it with us is that was our first time having money. You know what I mean? So with us, I thought it was gonna last forever. You know what I mean? Because getting $10,000, it was nothing. You know what I mean? It was nothing.
Exactly.
You just
But we talking that's teenagers though, Zach, running around with this type of money every day.
Getting 10,000 wasn't nothing. All you had to do was stop hanging out, going to courts or wherever. You could just be in the city, get calls, and you'll be back up to 10 in 2 days. Sometimes.
Oh yeah. That's a good point right there, Molay. I used to say that because because the dice games was treacherous.
Oh, I love shooting dice.
A lot of niggas was getting money, but the dice game in Atlantic City used to travel throughout. See, when we used to go out when we was young, you don't come home until the next morning or the next afternoon. Like we stay out all night long, and we had so many clubs. The crowd used to leave from one club and go to another one, and the dice game would follow the crowd.
Yeah, man, I love shooting dice so much, and we talking 2 dice. Let's keep that clear.
Yeah, exactly.
We talking 2 dice, and I remember, June, may he rest in peace. Smitty, may he rest in peace. Those are old heads who used to shoot dice with us and stuff. Remember Smitty? And so they used to shoot dice with us and stuff, and June Garland. And they was way older than us, but like I say, used to shoot dice with, and it was a badge of honor to break them.
Yeah, because we
So I was able to break. I ain't never break June. It was Smitty, and it was somebody else who I broke. And back in the day, the 10, you roll a 10 or 4, that's double the money. So I hit the 10 back to back. Smitty gave me my money. I mean, I picked up the money. Smitty said, "I'm out, man. I'm out." And so back in the day, as gentlemen, you would say, "You need something?" They say, "Yeah," you break them off something.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
I mean?
Yeah.
Go home. You don't take all of them. You break them off or something, and then they extend that same courtesy to you when they break you.
This is true.
Yeah, but I love shooting dice.
It was true hustlers. Yeah, absolutely. That's why when behind every pool room there was dice games and going on and everything, man. And not only that though, but the average family in the hood, I don't care which hood you lived in, card games used to happen on the weekends.
Woo!
Spades got me some yams before, man. So this girl, we in high school, her name was Jackie. I wish I could find her. She's such a sweet girl too. And she invited me over her house. Like, back in the day, you would come over the house and stuff, but you had to you could come over the house and stuff, but you would sit in the living room and stuff while they parent, is in there, whatever. So one day she was like, she took me to her house. It was the first time over her house. She's like, "You know how to play spades?" I was like, "Yeah, we used to play all the time." We wound up winning, beating her older sisters and cousins and stuff like that. And then she walked me to my house in VAC. Those are classic times, man. Classic times.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to play 500 and 2,500 and all that.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, 500.
Tom don't know nothing about I Declare War.
Man, bullshit, man.
He should.
What are you talking about?
I Declare War is a classic.
I'm a straight hood nigga, man. All that shit I was a part of.
Yeah,
because it wasn't no social media and stuff like that. You had to entertain yourself.
Connect Four, all that.
And listen, no. Wherever the money was. While
Absolutely.
They cards, they want to buy weed and drugs, bro.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I'm
absolutely. Yeah, man. Don, you don't know how good it is to see you and to hear from you. Bring back a lot of memories, man, when the city was popping.
No, absolutely, brother. You know what I'm saying? And likewise, man, you know what I mean? And I treasure these moments now, man, because, you know, like I said, I took the same Atlantic City energy from here and just moved around the world with it, man. But it was the same hustle, the same motivation, the same game. You know what I mean?
Atlantic City really so grimy. If you can make it out of here, you really can go anywhere. You know what I mean? And I know they say that about New York, but I'm saying AC can get real grimy.
I think it's worse than New York. I spent a lot of time in Brooklyn, and I felt like I could get comfortable out here. Oh man.
Yeah. Atlantic City had some. Like I said, if Atlantic City was a borough in New York, it'd be terrible.
For real.
And don't forget, man, Philadelphia though, man, like New York, we used to go to New York, but Philly, man, was in the building in Atlantic City. A lot of games.
Yeah. Always thought Philly was worse than New York.
Yeah. Shout out to the JBM.
Yeah, I always thought Philly was worse than New York.
Yeah, Philly. That's where I was born at. Like Philly always. It's still crazy. Like it never stopped being crazy.
Yeah. My son was born in Philly, Chestnut Hill.
Oh, okay. I was born in West Philly. I was born in Philadelphia in 76. So I'm a Philadelphia 76, I always like to say.
Y'all Molay from Philly.
Philly was strong in fashion too.
Woo!
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Especially getting the
hairstyles
too. All the hair, all the females used to go get their hair done in Philly.
Yeah, they used to throw it on.
Yeah, man. I remember shit. We used to go down to South Street, a place called Ernesto's, man, and get we used to wear tailor-made clothes, bro.
Yeah.
Tailor-made to fit.
Explain what that means, because the reason why I say that, like I say, once again, this is so the youngest can understand it, because this is not everyday conversation. That they don't even know what you're talking about when you say tailor-made. What does tailor-made mean?
Tailor-made means you go to the tailor shop, and you pick out the fabrics that you want, and you either take a picture of a particular suit that you want, or you tell them, you know what I'm saying, you just create something in your mind, and they used to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
like one-on-one.
Yeah.
The reason why it was so popular, is because this is the way nobody had what you had. We was keen on being different.
Right.
So, and when I'm talking about, bro, I'm talking about suits. I'm talking about coats with mink furs and shit, man. All this. And we young niggas, but we were so grown because we wanted to be so grown because of where we came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the dudes used to have the cars matching their outfits. Remember that?
Yes, absolutely. But do you remember the football game on Thanksgiving?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember they used to play.
It was always Atlantic City Dolphins against Holy Spirit.
Right.
Used to be over there at Beta Field. And
right.
Everybody used to come looking like gangsters. All the young niggas had The fuck we all wore velour hats and the shit
Yeah.
you see on Boardwalk Empire, man. This is real life shit for Atlantic City.
Yeah, those are classic times, man. I wouldn't want to grow up in any other at that age. I wouldn't want to grow up in any other era.
Me either.
They were some good times because prior to us selling drugs, like the Italians, they ain't giving no young black boys no coke or nothing like that. But once the Dominicans and the Puerto Ricans got that shit up in New York, they'll sell it to you. You could be 13.
Yep.
Long as you had 17, 18,000, you get you a key.
Absolutely.
And then make sure you get off the block, safe.
And if you get fly with them, especially once the casinos got here. When the casinos got here, you get fly with them New York niggas, they bring it right down to you.
Yeah. Those are some real classic times, man. I'm glad I survived all that, man.
Me too, bro. I'm glad we can be able to reminisce and talk about it, man, and it's not so heartbreaking.
Right. Yup. I agree with you. And to say all that brings me into the high 16s. Like I had finished the drug game and stuff like that. I was done. And one day I'm at the lighthouse and like I say, my son smoked live, my nephew smoked live, cakes, and Mustafa, may rest in peace. I love you, my brother. They was up there. So I pulled the camera out and Smoke started rap. I said, Smoke, rap all this, I'm gonna record you. I didn't think that I was going to do it again. I just did that. So when I did that with Smoke did about 3 rhymes and stuff. As he's doing that, Lil Mo comes out, then he rhymes and stuff. So once he rhymes and stuff, it came out pretty good and everything. I had that footage. So I was like, you know what? There's other people who can rhyme too. I'm going to go ahead and snatch some other people up and get them. You know what I mean? So that's how that came about. And those joints right here is classic. Like this joint right here, volume 1, that's 800, Viz Holiday, Babalu Hefner, Musafa, my brother. I love to see you up here too, Mo. Queegee, Bo, Biz, Hot Wheels, Pooh Crumble, M Murder, Crime Family, Heck, Trav, The Raw, Beats, Mike Nitty, Jersey Devils. That was volume 1. And once volume 1 came out, it was on fire after that. So then everybody else wanted to get on. So then for volume 2, we had Rush. Shout out to Rush, man. Real good, humble brother. Always been a good dude. Flames. Shout out to Riz of Trill Staff back in the day. Riz has to be hands down one of the best rappers from Atlantic City. Bills, Fanaz, Rick Murder. I even got Zakwalo on there. So volume 3, we got Beats. Shout out to Beats. Viz Holiday, Loud D, Easy, Stan Do, Anwar, Jersey Devils, Fats. Let me tell you something about Fats from Dirty Block. Fats might be the best rapper that ever came out of Atlantic City.
I remember Fats.
And what I mean by that is, right? Fats was just so nice. But there's other people on that same level. But I'm just saying, Fats was that good. He may rest in peace. Quarter Key, Ram Streets, and the 5 and 600 block on that one. So what the DVDs did that I was proud of was that people would actually come up to the people who were on the DVDs and was like, yo, I saw you on the DVD. And that's what they used to always say to me, the rappers. They're like, yo, Mo, man, I'm out of town, man. Somebody's like, yo, I saw you on the DVD. That's the guy that was on the DVD. So it made them feel good. You know what I mean? It made them feel, you know what I mean? Like they was doing their thing or whatever. So shout out to that. Volume 4, Rush versus Molino. That was a good one. Rush trashed him. He was nice. K-Miz. Shout out to K-Miz, man.
Yeah, big up K-Miz.
Best rappers ever come out of this joint.
Yeah, that was my godson, man. Cause you know me.
Yeah, I remember that. You and his dad was cool.
Yeah, we grew up together.
K-Miz is phenomenal, man. Some of them songs he got will last for eternity.
Yeah,
and he was a good
they
dude,
made a
man.
mixtape called Summer Snow.
That was a
that's
classic.
A-Block, right?
That was
that's A-Block, wasn't it?
That's what started off. The thing was, I had Lil Mo rapping at a young age, right? So him and K-Miz got together and they talk about it and stuff. And he said K-Miz said this rhyming was trash, and Mo was laughing at him and shit. Then Mo told him how to rhyme, how to set it up. And he said, ever since then, K-Miz was better than him. You know what I mean? K-Miz got he got the swing of it.
Yeah,
and
he got it.
Songs,
He
them
believed
songs
in it
is
too.
phenomenal.
Hey yo, but I seen you one time, Mo, when I had came back to Atlantic City for a short time, and I had put the studio up top over Casino City Gym. And
I remember that.
Yeah, but you was controlling mixtapes in the streets then, though.
Yeah,
I remember you used to have all of the mixtapes from New York. You was hustling them motherfuckers like it was dope.
Yeah, so
talk about it.
Yeah, so what happened is what happened was I was fucked up at that time. I had left the game alone and stuff. Shit was fucked up. And I had a man that was from Harlem. And he came down and he bought some cassettes tape down. And I was listening to him and I'm like, yo, I know I could get rid of these down here. They don't have this. You know what I mean? So I wound up going back up there with him, meeting the Connect. And from there it was on and popping. Now, I'm not the first person that had mixtapes in Atlantic City. I'm the first person that sold them and went to hood.
No, absolutely. So, you created that.
If New York had it Monday, Atlantic City had it Tuesday. Rain, snow, sleet, or hail.
Absolutely.
Atlantic City had it, yeah. So,
yo, this dude, yo, King.
Yes, sir.
Molay is hustler supreme. I'm telling you, he was
appreciate that one, brother.
Tapes as more than what we was doing when we was in the drug game. And
yeah,
so much because at that time I was up in Newark, and I was always in Harlem too, man. So he reminded me of Kid Capri and all of them dudes. I remember when they used to sell master cassettes to people, and they used to just make copies of it.
Right.
All up and down 125th Street, man. They put the record stores out of business with the mixtapes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, that was a classic hustle, man. That was a classic hustle. Yeah. You know, you buy a tape for $5, dub that joint up. Then when they came with the dubbing machines where you could do 10.
The Telex machine,
yeah,
I had that.
You throw one in and you can make 10 off of that. Because when I first started, I was doing it by the cassette. Right. Press it, play, turn it over, do that.
So high-speed dubbing.
Yeah, high-speed dubbing. So once I got my hands on one of the machines, it was a wrap.
Yeah, that changed everything.
That was a classic hustle. And like I say, I was able to navigate Atlantic City and every hood because of the character I was. I was always, I was always a stand-up dude. I wasn't no, bully. I wasn't looking to get over on nobody, whatever. And they are the younger ones under me. They always looked out too, made sure I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those was classic times, man. So
hell yeah. And we was doing classic things. I said that to say that no matter what hustle, what type of hustle, if we got a wind of it in Lang City, we took it to the next level.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. So, with the D4 entertainment and everything, it was something to do. It was fun. It was really, really a lot of fun. And what I realized is that I captured my son's era on tape. These are things he could go back and look on, when he's 17, 18, 19, and look back on it and see people he grew up with and everything. So it's really a classic, though, because some of the people, I've never seen them afterwards and stuff like that. So It's on YouTube. You can watch any of them.
What's the name? That's right. My bad.
D4 Entertainment Hot 16s. Volume 1. I think I got 1 to 6 up there. I think I got 8. I didn't edit 7. I think I'm gonna just put 7 out raw. Yeah, I think I'll put 7 out raw.
So I got a question. Out of all of those MCs, because a lot of them that you mentioned, you captured that next generation. I don't know none of that. I just know the ones like I knew your son for sure because the K, you know what I mean? And
right.
I used to come back there, man, and holler at them and all that. And but did anybody make it off of those tapes, like, you know what I mean, like, or get a record? I know the boy Fat started messing with Rodney.
Was
that a result of him being on the DVD?
That Fats is from New York.
Yeah, that's another Fats. But I did have him on my DVD. But he didn't get on because of he didn't get on because of that.
Okay.
You know, he got on his own. Did somebody no, I don't think nobody really made it.
I can't remember the names. A couple people came close, but they just suspiciously got murdered. It's like every time somebody was great sign, they name on the dotted line, they end up dead. Yeah. And that light-skinned dude, he had the cornrows. I can't remember all of them. Red Rum was a monster. He was a monster. But not him. It was this young boy. I can't remember his name offhand. He had a date set to sign, I think with Def Jam or something like that. He got killed that week, and it was somebody else that came close. It was like a curse. It was like it almost make you scared to get a deal.
Wow. No, I don't think nobody really shined on theirs like that to get a deal or anything. But what it did at their age and at that time, they was known for rapping and being on the DVDs.
And most of them, that's all they really wanted, because they just wanted to get the groupies, the popularity, and get acceptance in other hoods so they can go get some money.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about the Hot 16s with Big Dude from the back. Love you, Big Dude. Big Dude was locked up and shit. So he's saying, so one day they all a lot of people gathered around the TV and stuff, listening to this DVD, watching this DVD. And he said, yo, I'm hearing it. He's like, and then he said, yo, I go over there and look, Mo. He said, that's your DVD. He was like, that's my fucking hood. Those my young boys on there. You know what I mean? So it gave him such pride too at that time. Love you, dude.
But you know, Mo, you was an innovator with that, man, because, you know, being in the industry, DVDs started being one of the that's why I asked you that question, because up north in New York, man, they start having DVDs like to come up and you know, Big Fendi and all of that. Yo, they was getting record deals for these DVDs, bro.
Right. And them being in New York, having proximity to that, that's right, because some of the people they grew up with, went to school with, were now in the position.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? So it was a lot easier for them. Not for everybody, but for the most part, you knew somebody, or you knew somebody who knew somebody, and that was great for them.
Yeah, man. Nicki Minaj got discovered off of one of Fendi's come up DVDs.
Yeah, y'all.
They had a company. Nice. They had a company in the Bronx, man, called Big Apple, and Big Apple was the guy who owned that was the son of one of the big time Sony execs. So they was actually packaging them shits up and putting them in all of the DVD shops. Do you remember?
Yeah.
5-Star DVD. 5-Star. No, Black Star in Harlem.
Yeah, I remember Black Star.
Yeah, they used to have all of those DVDs in there too, along with all of the independent black movies.
Yeah, they used to be in the Mark 125.
That's where they started at. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
The Mark 125.
Yo, that was big. Yo, big up the Mark, man. That was all black owned mall. In case you didn't know,
they had a first floor and a second floor.
Yeah, and all black business. They used to black people making jewelry, black people making coats. This is Dapper Dan era.
Yeah, selling food, the whole nine.
Everything black.
The mark was official.
Yeah.
The mark was official.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What up? What else you got for me, Zach? Talk to me.
Y'all got me zoning. So now let's before I know we done fast forward a little bit, but let's get that. Didn't you put out a record?
Yeah. So this when I was selling drugs and shit. It cost $10,000. Got about maybe 4,000 pressed up. We went double wood, right? But it was really, to me, it was just 10,000 wasn't nothing to me back then. To me, I just wanted a record with my name on it. But to my cousin Vinny, he was really trying to blow. So that was cool. We made the record. That was a good experience and everything. I got the record to this day. And I got my last copy. I got one copy of it, and he has one copy of it. And yeah, so we sold maybe about 2,000, something like that.
What's the name of it?
What was that? Bachelors Available. We was the mentors.
Do you have any digital versions, like any audio that I can stream on the radio station?
Nah, only thing I got, I actually have the record.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a record player, then we can play the record, and I can record it into there so we can get that playing with the DBL crew bust it. Yeah, that might have been 82, 83, something like that. So let me ask you a question since you're on camera.
What?
So let's just say everything comes together collectively with everything that's happening. Would you perform that record at a show with the OGs?
Nah, man, I'm done.
Come on, man.
Nah. That's
his cousin was on it. He ain't here to do it.
Yeah, and that's nostalgia. I had fun with it. That was my era. You know what I mean? That was my era.
What if you was getting paid for it?
I probably could write something. You know what I mean? I could write something, but
you know we got a studio in here.
Yeah.
You said that.
Nah, I'm washed, man.
Man. Y'all hear the new Rakim record?
Yeah. I like Rakim. Rakim's one of the
You heard
best.
the new one he just put out?
Nah.
It's called Different Type.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, it ain't over till you say
no,
it's
I'm
over.
saying for me.
It ain't over, man.
No, I'm saying for me.
Bro, when you a legend, you're a legend.
It ain't in me no more. I don't got no raps.
Y'all see me trying.
It's a lot of people though that's my age that still got it. You know what I mean? It's a lot that still got it and still perform whatever. Me, all this trial and tribulations and everything.
Well, let me ask you this. Since I'm working on another mixtape, can I get a hot 16 out of you?
Nah, I don't got no hot 16.
Why you like that, man? Why he trying to pin you up, man? Because you that's not right.
Yeah, I don't have it in me, man. I couldn't write no rhymes right now. I could write a rhyme, say hey, but I don't got it. That's for y'all, man.
Oh man,
nice, man, you do that.
For the history, that was just history, man.
Nah, I'm done. I love you, Zach. Don.
Yes, sir.
Don, man, it's good hearing from you.
Yeah,
good
man.
Seeing you, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but love, nothing but respect.
Same here, my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we had a chance to have this conversation, man, because people don't really know what type of relationships people have. They don't know we came up from kids together, man.
Right, exactly. I agree.
You know what I mean? And it's always been love and respect.
Absolutely, man. I love you, man. Shout out to Lenny and Kenny Stewart, man. They twins.
Oh, yeah. That's how I got the building. They father.
Yeah. Yeah. They my brothers right there. They my brothers, man.
Yeah, Frank Stewart. Yeah.
I love you, Don.
Love you,
so
Don.
Before we wrap this up, is there anything that you want to say, like far as from a historical perspective to a current perspective, to give the youth, the ones that's in it right now, that's striving to be great themselves? Since you're a legend, like, would it be any advice you would give to the ones that's future legends on what they could do to become successful and be remembered and make a mark in this game?
Yeah, well, success is fiddle because you could be successful with $10,000, you know, while somebody else need a million, whatever. I would just say you have to love what you're doing, and even if you don't make no money out of it, you have to love what you're doing. And which hopefully, if you love what you're doing, you can make some money out of it. You know what I mean? But you have to love it. You can do it for the money, but you really have to love it. And if you love it, you know what I mean, hopefully doors will open up for you. You know what I mean? But you can't expect your city to support you. If you make it, you got to go out of town. You got to go somewhere else and make it. Then once they see you popping, then they'll jump on it.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that, you know, this analogy is, if you want to grow oranges, you don't plant the seeds in Atlantic City. You got to go to Florida to grow oranges.
Absolutely.
Different things happen in different places. In New York, they breed millionaires. They make millionaires. The opportunities is always there. That's what separated the whole concept of DBL from everybody else in Atlantic City. I heard people saying that, you know, first rap group and all that. That's all good. But when you're talking about amateur versus professional versus getting on the charts and being a part of the real industry, I would tell all youngins that, yo, if you got talent, go to the ocean. Go to the place where everybody's at and really test your skills in a professional setting. Don't just stay in the hood waiting for people to come. They not coming.
Yeah, they ain't coming.
You got to take your shit to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
That's why we were successful. We were successful because I believed in going. I mean, it was the same concept of selling drugs. You go to the connect. You go find the connect, right?
I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would tell them.
Yeah, and with this platform, with this social media, man, you can become a star overnight.
That's true.
The last thing I'm gonna say is, and this is probably coming out of when he said he doesn't putting you on the spot, but I'm about to put both of y'all on the spot. if said artists like start getting their stuff together and they coming correct and you believe in them, would you guys help to mentor them to get into the next level?
Hell yeah, they can get that by watching the shows. All they gotta do, tune in and ask questions.
And this is the era of information. You can find information on anything nowadays on that internet. So they don't really need it. And half of them ain't going to listen any damn way. You know what I mean? So let them look it up on the internet. You can find anything you want. You can find, you can look up a bad contract versus a good contract. You couldn't do that back in the day, huh, Don?
No, absolutely.
You couldn't do that back in the day. You can easily look that up now.
We didn't have no entertainment lawyers in Atlantic City. We didn't even have no managers in Atlantic City. Big up Maurice, though, because Maurice.
Shout out to Mr. Maurice, man.
Maurice gave me the flyer that had the phone numbers on it when I went to New York. And Maurice was also an innovator. Maurice used to sell the R&B mixtapes first. Remember, you used to go to the store and get the greatest hits. And then he was also one of the first ones that I seen that had all of the collections of all of the black movies, and you could go to his store and get a VHS copy of it. Oh, I think we gone. I think it's over. Somebody's mic went off.
So we good?
Hold up. Okay, there we go. Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now they can hear. The mic had went off.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks, Don, for coming through, showing love, man. It was definitely good hearing from you and seeing you.
And we're gonna stay in touch too, man, because you know I'm gonna be doing some more things, and plus I want to do the same thing that you did, man. I want to do one where I share my catalog, man. I love you to be a part of that.
Woo! Woo, say no more.
Yeah, I can have a conversation like that, you know?
Yeah. Zach, I love you, man.
I love you
Always.
too.
Anything I can support you with, I will, because I ain't coming on the highest platform. But I do it for you, my brother.
Absolutely. And I appreciate it immensely.
I love you.
Love you too.
Absolutely.
Okay, y'all, we about to bring this to an end.
Mike went off.
I just met a Atlantic City legend, Molay, and that was his story. And hopefully they help you guys with y'all glory. Until next time.
Absolutely. Salute.
Good.